We'll be waiting just for a couple minutes to accommodate a couple any people logging on that are having any difficulties logging on. So please hang tight. We'll be going live in a couple minutes.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone. We will be waiting for a couple minutes, so just wanted to let everybody know that just hang tight. We will start the webinar in a couple minutes. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. We're still going to wait for about another minute before we start. Thank you for your patience. We'll be starting momentarily. Once again, thank you for your patience. Start here in the next half minute. Good afternoon. My name is Dave Adams, and I am the Vice President of Facility Contracts at TCPN. With me this afternoon is Amber Mackel, who will be covering the overview of TCPN. We appreciate you taking the time to join the call. The purpose of this conference call this morning is to give you information about TCPN and the process of RFPs and awarding contracts, as well as information on the unit price books to be used for this RFP. TCPN is currently advertising a job order contract request for proposal entitled 15-17 Job Order Contract Services. This RFP document is due on September 1st, 2015 at 2:00 p.m. Central Time at Region 4 Education Service Center. Since these documents are advertised, we will not be able to take questions on the call today. However, if you do have questions, you can submit them in writing per the RFP, and the question and answer will be posted on the TCPN website under the solicitation. After the submittals are received, the evaluation team will read and score the submittals based on the criteria in the RFP. The evaluation team will make a recommendation to the Region 4 Board, hopefully at the October 2015 meeting. Now I will turn this over to Amber. Amber?
Thank you, Dave, and thank you to everyone who has joined us today on the call. As a reminder, this webinar is being recorded and will be made available to everyone after the final webinar on Friday afternoon. The agenda today is shown on the screen. We will cover an overview of cooperative purchasing, an overview of TCPN, the unit price books to be used for this RFP, and how to submit questions for the RFP. We realize there are many people on this call with varying degrees of knowledge of cooperative purchasing. We will give a high-level overview and definition of cooperative purchasing. Cooperative purchasing is government agencies pooling their purchasing power together through piggyback language, interlocal agreements, and similar statutes that allow government entities to purchase off of one another's already competitively bid contracts. At this time, all 50 states have statutes that allow for cooperative purchasing. We recognize that this vehicle is more accessible in some states than others for labor solutions, and TCPN remains actively involved in understanding which states are the most cooperative friendly and supports our vendors in navigating this landscape. There is no cost to participating agencies at TCPN. The benefits to cooperative purchasing for the member is greater efficiencies in procuring goods and services, leverage pricing, and state-of-the-art purchasing procedures to ensure the most competitive and best value contracts. What type of agencies can access TCPN contracts? TCPN has identified over 87,000 eligible public agencies. These include K-12, higher ed, counties, states, nonprofits, and more. At this time, approximately 37,000 entities have access to TCPN contract at least once in a rolling calendar year. We will now cover the lead agency for TCPN. TCPN has a single lead agency in Region 4 Education Service Center. Region 4 owns the TCPN contracts and makes all decisions regarding the awards, renewals, and terminations of contracts. This ensures consistent bidding, commitment to compliance, and viable, competitively bid contracts. Most of you are already aware of the TCPN Region 4 process of awarding contracts. We are in between Stage 3, which is advertisement, and Stage 4, which is the receipt of responses. From research and development to a final award of a contract, the process can take anywhere from 6 to 18 months. We take this process very seriously and are proud of the processes we have in place. Now for an overview of the business state of TCPN. This slide shows the continued growth for member volume through the competitively bid contracts at TCPN. With the new relationship that TCPN has formed with National IPA, the prospect of continued growth in member volume is very promising. At the end of 2014, TCPN had over $1 billion of volume running through the contracts. This next graph shows the same exciting TCPN growth in active members. At the end of this chart, it shows that there are approximately over 37,000 entities purchasing off of the TCPN contract. Again, with our partnership with National IPA, we expect this number to grow substantially. The process to register to become a member of TCPN is very easy, and again, free of charge with no minimum purchase for the entity. This process is quick and simple through the TCPN website. We will wrap up the RFP TCPN discussion with a description of the vendor support you can expect from TCPN if awarded a contract. This list shows the support staff that is solely assigned to labor-based contracts at TCPN. This is a value add to awarded TCPN labor solutions vendors, as well as a significant differentiator for TCPN in the cooperative landscape. TCPN also has 7 regional program managers living and working across the country. Their roles are develop relationships with key public agencies, assist in program launching and training, and building bridges between members and vendors. If awarded a contract, this is the list and contact information of the TCPN regional program managers that you would be working with. This information is also available on the TCPN website. At this time, we are going to introduce Mark Powell with the Job Order Contract Group. He will introduce the 2 unit price books to be used for this RFP and will tell you more about how to get information about these books.
Thank you, Amber. This is Mark Powell with the Job Order Contract Group. Our role here at TCPN is to manage the JOC program for TCPN, and that includes assisting JOC contractors with their TCPN contract. We provide JOC education to owners and contractors, and we perform independent third-party compliance reviews either by owner request or random projects as selected by TCPN. We also provide estimating assistance using the estimating software and unit price books. There are 2 unit price books for use per the RFP. The construction cost data is construction cost catalog, and the RS means construction cost data books. The construction cost catalog is updated annually with quarterly updates to the location factors. They have a one-time contract initiation fee and the annual printed version is included in the initiation fee. Please contact the construction cost data for a quote on their pricing system for this unit price book and estimating software. The RS Means unit price books are updated annually with quarterly updates to their city cost index. This contract will use all the books listed in the RFP using the bare cost column of the price books, and the books will have to be purchased from RS Means annually. Please contact RS Means for their pricing on each book. The 4Clicks Project Estimator will host the construction cost catalog and the RS Means unit price book databases for this contract. The databases will be updated annually with quarterly updates to the location factors. Please contact 4Clicks for pricing on both of the databases and the estimating software. Amber?
Thank you, Mark. I will now review the procedures for submitting questions regarding this job order contract RFP. All questions regarding this solicitation must be submitted in writing no later than August 21st, 2015 to Robert Zingelman. His contact information is questions@esc4.net or 713-744-6835. All questions and answers will be posted to both www.esc4.net and www.tcpn.org under solicitations. Offers are responsible for viewing either website to review all questions and answers prior to submitting proposals. Please note that oral communications concerning this RFP shall not be binding and shall in no way excuse the responsive offer of the obligations set forth in the proposal. As a final reminder, this recording will be made available after the second and final webinar this Friday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for joining us today and have a great day.